Okay, here's a good one. Which team made the best overall moves this offseason?
If we're going in totality, the Bulls.
Okay, what about you, EB?
That was going to be my answer also.
The
I like what they
GMs,
did.
47% of the GMs said the Miami Heat, 17% said the Lakers, 7% said the Nets, 7% said the Rockets, 7% said the Wizards. Other teams receiving votes: the Bulls, the Knicks, the Thunder. I don't know how. The Suns and the Trailblazers. So let's talk about the Miami Heat real quick. Or y'all want to talk about the Bulls first? I want to give them a little bit of love too.
Go Heat first, just because I see why maybe everybody thinks a team that went to the NBA Finals in a COVID season and played in a bubble, and that was relatively competitive with that Lakers team, adding a champion, and Kyle Lowry is somebody I used to shit on. I used to shit on fucking Kyle Lowry. When they got swept by the Cavs, if you remember in the group chat, I told everybody, please blow this team up just for my sanity. Like, that Raptors team reminded me of the Atlanta Hawks so fucking much to where I was just like, the people of Toronto don't deserve this. Only Atlanta gets to deserve bad shit like this to continue to happen to us every year. Don't do this to them. And Kyle Lowry has changed my mind. Obviously, I think he played such a big game against Golden State that year. Like the clinching game, he was the best player on the floor that day, and he just played so well.
Year? Was that the same year he was taking charges in the All-Star game?
Huh?
Wasn't the same year he was taking charges in the All-Star game, the LA All-Star game? He was taking charges.
Yeah. He was, but he actually is. It's so weird how much he. Not to say it like this, but I mean, he's like fine wine. He really has only gotten better.
Very true. So, EB, you look at the addition of Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker in Miami, and apparently Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry are good friends. And then you got Tyler Herro, who's going to bounce back from, I think he was feeling himself a little bit because in the bubble, he didn't have the nightlife of Miami to distract him. He's going to bounce back, saying he should be in that conversation with Luka, Trey, and Ja. When you put that big three together of Jimmy, they really got a big four if you think about it. You got Jimmy, you got Bam, the Olympic gold medalist, you got Kyle Lowry, little fat ass Kyle Lowry as I call him, and then you got Tyler Herro, man, my favorite hero. Do you think that for one, Herro is on the level of a Trae Young, a Ja Morant, a Luka Doncic? And do you think they have a legitimate big four and they could win the East this year?
I think they have a legitimate big three. I do not think Tyler Herro belongs in the same category as any of those people you just named. And he's a bucket, don't get me wrong. He's not a consistent bucket. We got to wait to see if this was a sophomore slump or if he's really that guy we saw in the bubble. But we also saw TJ Warren get 50, I think, on multiple occasions in the bubble. Yeah. So let's pump our brakes. I'm intrigued to see what he's going to do. I thought he was a bucket at Kentucky his rookie year. Even before the bubble, he was getting buckets. But we'll see. But they definitely have a very good team. The reason I would say Chicago, though, is because I think it has more boom possibilities.
We're going to give Chicago some love. But what category of young player would you put Tyler Herro in, EB?
I already know what you're gonna say.
I wouldn't even put him in the same category as like SGA, because I think SGA is consistent and Tyler Herro hasn't done that yet either. So I think like whatever the echelon is below SGA, because I think SGA is in the tier 2, right below all of people you just named. The Ja
SGA was in the Devin Booker tier 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I don't know where to put Tyler Herro, but he's below.
Can you just say the Kuzma shit you said in the group text, bro? Like, I baited you. He just wouldn't fucking say it.
Yeah, I think that's where he is. Like a player that had some early success. Granted, like Kuz's success was on a Lakers team that was not good. And then they got LeBron and his production went all the way down in the gutter. But this dude's production was on a team that was very good and he did it in the playoffs. So I do want to give him some credit there where it is due. But yeah, that's where I see him, the Kuz level.
Thank you. So let's get to the Bulls, man. You got any words for Tyler Kuzma?
Well, Tyler Herro and Kyle Kuzma. But in terms of a tier, Tyler is. I want to pick the perfect player. To me, Tyler Herro is a more heralded Kevin Herter. How about that?
I'd rather have Kevin Herter.
I'd rather have Kevin Herbert.
Me too, but I'm just saying. But that's what I'm saying. He's a more heralded version.
Bro,
Like,
I'd rather have Cam Reddish.
Because he had that bubble performance. Now everybody's like,
No, I think Kayvon passed him after what he did in Game 7 last year.
Somebody said that the centerpiece for a fucking James Harden trade was Tyler Herro. Like,
And no, there were people, Colin Cowherd was one of them who said, nah, you can't let Hero go for James Harden. Excuse me? You think that bubble shit is real?
Yeah.
Bro, you don't think James Harden could get out here and average 40 points a game if he didn't care about winning?
Clearly.
Smelling like Casamigos and named that strip club? He probably got his jersey up in Starlets already. And he ain't been in Brooklyn a year.
He's a good. I think he's a good young player. I wouldn't even give him the money that, as of now, like EB kind of just said, we really need to see if this was just a sophomore slump. I wouldn't give him the money that they gave Duncan Robinson.
Hell no, nah. He would get 3 years, 32 out of me. That's the best he gets.
Yeah, that Kuzma type shit. Yeah,
yeah, a good tradable contract.
Right, and somebody thinks that they're worth it.
Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. I think he's like a good Grayson Allen.
Yeah, I think that's the best comparison right there.
Fair.
Not because they're white.
No, it's just fair.